What's going on, guys? I'm Alex Powers. We're getting ready to go through a workout today. Chest, shoulders, and arms, upper body. Gonna show you guys kind of what I do and my workouts and kind of teach you guys some things along the way. So the first thing I did, I foam rolled, got loose. That's super important before a workout. Get the muscles loose, kind of get them warmed up and primed for what it is you want to do. You'll see me kind of hugging the foam roller. What that was doing is I was opening up my upper back just because like it's tight, you know, we're sitting down all the time. So getting that loose and everything will help when you're pressing, right? Then I go into abs. Okay, when I go and do my core work, I try to get everything nice and solid and activated before I go into my pressing. I do ab work the majority of the time before my workouts, okay? So the first thing I did was hanging leg raises. You'll see me bringing my legs up. I'm really focusing on activating those lower abs. The next thing I do is I roll right into TRX rollouts. In that, the lower you go, the more intense the movement is. The farther you reach those arms out in front of you, the more difficult that's gonna be and the more torque it's gonna put on those lower abs. It's gonna teach you how to brace and brace through movements, which is really important as we go into the workout, okay? Then what I did is I did some upper back activating exercises. So anytime before you press, I'm really big on priming the shoulders and everything and getting some blood in the upper back before you go to press. One, that's gonna keep those shoulders nice and healthy. Two, it's gonna give you a solid foundation to press from, okay? So we did bent over rear delt raises. You know, a lot of people do them on cables and stuff. I just prefer dumbbells. I can feel a better contraction that way. When you guys go up, really push out and emphasize pushing your pinky out like this, okay? Pushing that pinky out up against that dumbbell, okay? What that's gonna do is that's gonna work the back part of the shoulder and get that to really contract hard, okay? Force that blood up in there, right? Next thing I did is I did the kneeling lat pull down. What that's like is that's kind of like a modified pull-up. This is something I use with my clients all the time to help them get ready to do a pull-up down the road. What that's gonna do is that's gonna really crush those lats and right in between the shoulder blades, get that good and solid, because again, keeping those shoulder blades back when you press, you gotta stay locked in, okay? So really squeezing on those, okay? Doing higher sets. I did 15 to 20 on the rear delt raises, and then I did sets of 15 to 20 on that kneeling lat pull down as well, all right? Then I go into my floor press with chains. What that was, that's working on the top half of the bench press, right? So in a floor press, you come down, you hold for 1 to 2 seconds, and you press up. What that's doing is that's taking all of the slingshot action out in the muscle. A muscle's like a rubber band, so when you come down and you get that pause and you explode back up, it's literally the prime movers of the movement, right? So chest and triceps, that's all I'm working on in that movement, okay? Getting that really, really solid is gonna help increase your bench. So those of you guys that wanna increase your bench press, work on floor press. You're gonna blast those triceps and you're gonna develop that chest. The chains, a lot of people talk about accommodating resistance. That's just a different way to switch up how to train and stuff like that. Chains are lighter at the bottom and heavier up at the top. That's going to get your nervous system used to a heavier stimulus, okay? Worked up to a 1 rep max there. After that, then I went to my flat bench dumbbell press. Now, so here you're gonna see me do an interesting kind of tempo or rep set. I'm kind of alternating and then I go into a full press. What that's doing is that's forcing a lot of volume into my chest exercise without necessarily having to do a ton of reps, but I'm able to do a lot of weight. I'm also working on getting an isometric contraction on the other side that I have to hold up. What that's doing is I'm forcing, like I said, a lot of blood into the tissue, and I'm able to kind of get a little bit, like I said, just more blood volume and a harder muscle contraction. Even though I'm kind of training powerlifting meet right now, I still like to do bodybuilding stuff. Everybody likes to look a certain way, so just trying to develop that chest a little bit more. Next thing I do is I go into a high incline. So guys, those of you guys that are trying to develop that upper chest, you have to do a higher incline press. A 45-degree angle is cool, you're gonna get a little bit out of that, but that higher incline, closer to that 55 to 65-degree angle, I found works great for me. And like I said, it started to put a decent amount of size in my chest without completely annihilating the front delt, okay? After I did those, like I said, I worked sets of 6 to 8 there on both exercises. I think on the incline, we got up to like 10 to 12 on some, depending on how I was feeling. You gotta listen to your body on that, guys. After that, the next thing I did was I did lateral raises, and then I supersetted that with Serrano presses. We've already done the rear delt raises in the beginning, right, to really push blood into to the rear delts. You can do those again if you'd like to. I wanted to really focus on kind of filling out the sides of my shoulders and stuff like that. The Serrano press is where you're laying on the 45-degree incline. When you're pressing out like that at that angle, you want to keep that thumb back behind your ear, okay? So when I'm pressing, I'm here, right? And you'll see in the video that when I'm pressing out, okay, I'm really trying to squeeze that mid back and I'm really trying to press out. That's working that mid to lower trap, and that's also working that rear delt, just blasting those 2 muscle groups, okay? That's awesome for posture, and again, that's awesome for pressing. So those of you guys that struggle with overhead pressing, do the Serrano press. It's awesome, it's safe, and it's something that as you guys get stronger in it, you guys will eventually be able to go to the overhead press. What I finished with was a cable straight bar curl, and my hands were slightly out to the side. If you look at the video, I wasn't fully supinated, I wasn't fully neutral, okay? I was kind of right here in between. That angle, not really gonna change a whole lot in the movement, it just felt a little bit better on my biceps and was allowing me to get a little bit better contraction up top, okay? And then I used an interesting grip for tricep extensions, okay? With those tricep extensions, instead of using a traditional triangle grip or a traditional straight bar or something like that, I use a mag grip. What that does is that forces my elbows out, and when it pushes me down, it's working all 3 heads of the tricep, okay? That's gonna help put some mass on those triceps, and that's also going to help kind of add to your pressing power a little bit. Like I said, we just did a chest, shoulder, and arm workout, and like I said, the main lift for the day was a floor press. Well, like I said, it's a lot of triceps, so getting those triceps good and solid and stuff like that's gonna help elbow health and shoulder health. You just gotta watch so you don't overdo it, and you gotta balance your arm out, because those of you guys that have too much tricep or something like that, or doing too many hammer curls, you guys can start developing elbow issues. Talk about that in a later video and kind of balancing that out. But just something I kind of wanted to preface here to, you know, be safe when you guys are training, really focus on getting those hard squeezes on the arms. Like I said, it is great for shoulder health, great for elbow health. Other than that, guys, I love you guys, appreciate it. Like, subscribe. We'll have links down below. Like I said, we're back. We're getting on YouTube again. We're gonna start pumping out content for you guys. And like I said, I wanna help educate you guys. If you guys have any questions, comment. Go to our Instagram, Alex J. Powers, and The Power in Motion. We're gonna be posting stuff regularly there. Like I said, reach out, don't be afraid. Like I said, we're on Facebook too, Twitter and stuff like that. And like I said, you can always reach us by email, but like, subscribe, comment here, because we're back, baby. We're back, we're better than ever too. Let's go.